I think it's a classical example of Yentubia. I think it's important that he is not only resigning, or he shouldn't only resign, but also be investigated. You remember my colleague, Honorable Edward Bauer, made a wild allegations against him. My expectation was that by now the Office of the Special Prosecutor would have commenced some investigation into this matter. If indeed he had some delegates in his constituency on a payroll, how was he paying them? I think that it ought to be looked at, particularly the critical role he plays as far as the accounting and finances of this country is concerned. The salary of every public officer is managed and controlled by him. The extent to which he ought to distance himself from politics. He may do, but not partisan politics. For him to get engaged in partisan politics and still holding his office is just incredible. Because frankly speaking, I was expecting that even if he wanted to contest, he would have resigned. Must it take people to demand that he resigns? I mean, I find it extremely difficult. To be very honest with you, under this government, you find it very difficult to identify, a semblance of an independent state institution in a democracy. You find it very difficult to see this. If the man is failing to do so, I believe the president would have asked him to resign. It simply doesn't make sense. So I would support the call that he should resign if he wants to contest an elections, and I would urge the Office of the Special Prosecutor to commence investigation into this matter.
It's such an important matter that you have raised. And we need to, as a people, we need to look at our governance structure. We need to revisit the ethos and the spirits that underpin our constitution and constitutional governance process. You are the Accountant General of the Republic of Ghana. If you decide to engage in partisan politics, then you need to exit from office. Because the Constitution is not saying don't engage in politics. But it says that if you are a public servant, don't engage in partisan politics. So once you decide to engage in partisan politics, then you must leave that space for persons who want to be non-partisan, non-politically aligned, to occupy the space and serve the people. In addition to the Accountant General, all DCEs who are now regarded as public servants and who have gone on to become parliamentary candidates for the New Patriotic Party in the various constituencies ought to be resigning.